Colombo Stock Exchange is organizing the forum taking place now in Singapore. Ranel Wijesinha is the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, and he joins us from the Ritz-Carlton Millenia, Singapore. I think we're all asking this. After the Easter Sunday bombing, how has the investment sentiment changed in Sri Lanka?
Well, I think it's a clear indication that foreign investors continue to invest in the market, and their interest has not been taken away from Sri Lanka. And as chairman of the SEC, let me say that we are deeply committed to continuing on our journey to attract investment into the country. The country is not a new kid on the block, as it were, with regard to being a destination for trade and tourism, for foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment. In fact, at this very moment, our capital market is perhaps one of the most attractive capital markets in not simply the region, but perhaps in a larger region. And the reason I say that is market multiples, price earnings ratios are ranging from 8 to 9%. And banking sector, the strong banking sector, well-governed, well-regulated, well-supervised banking sector, the price earnings ratios are in the neighborhood of 5 to 6. So the market is attractive, and as I said at the forum a few minutes ago, our earnings are quality earnings. As a chartered accountant, I can clearly say that we follow international financial reporting standards so that the quality of earnings is often audited by no less than the big four accounting firms. In addition to that, the Securities and Exchange Commission has been having a 30-plus year history of regulating these PLCs. The PLCs themselves have been demonstrating strong resilience, and all of that combined with the many other initiatives we are taking, I think makes Sri Lanka a continuing destination for foreign portfolio investment. So I would say, and I repeat, that we have bounced back. The 21st April, the Easter Sunday event, is a temporary setback, and like that happened in 9/11 in 2001 in New York, or the Times Square incidents, or the incidents in Boston, or on Westminster Bridge in London, or in Paris, or in Kenya, I think this is not something that is unique, and we in Sri Lanka are deeply committed at government level, at institutional level, at the capital market ecosystem level, to maintain the momentum of our journey to re-attract those who may have left and to attract many more. And Singapore Forum, Invest Sri Lanka, is just one of many initiatives we have in mind.
Well, as you mentioned, bombings such as we saw on Easter Sunday, that happens elsewhere, but perhaps, and tragic though they may be, in terms of upsetting the investment environment in Sri Lanka, possibly of much greater weight would be political uncertainty. We just saw what happened late last year, and that caused a ratings downgrade in the top ratings agencies of debt for Sri Lanka. So these are issues that investors might be concerned about, despite the massive opportunities that you just presented to us. Now, for anyone investing in capital markets in Sri Lanka, what should they be looking out for, and where should they be exercising caution?
Well, as you quite rightly said, in October there was political instability. But I think what the media as well as what the investing community should understand is through that process of 52 days, Sri Lanka has clearly shown that we are a very vibrant democracy. We have a very strong independence of the judiciary. It was not through violence or not through any other means that normality was restored in the country. Yes, there was a rating downgrade, and I'm not quite sure, and I would like to say without too much contradiction from aware sources, that rating downgrade may have perhaps been premature. And I'm sure our governor of the central bank, Governor Kumarasamy, has gone public on that. So we are going to continue in our quest to re-attract investment into Sri Lanka. And I think the mere fact that, for example, take the London Stock Exchange. They have, for the first time, Sri Lanka has listed international sovereign bonds on the London Stock Exchange as well as in Singapore, as well as the LSE has entered into a memorandum of understanding. The LSE is initially a foreign direct investor. They have 1,500 people in a campus-like surrounding in Sri Lanka. They have their feet on the ground, as it were. So I would like to think that, yes, there will be downgrades. Yes, there will be temporary instances of sentiment which is not the best. But I like to think that we are a mature democracy with a strong independence of the judiciary, with a resilient corporate community, complying with standards both of accounting and auditing, complying with standards of regulation, second to none within the ISCO, International Organization of Securities Commissions ecosystem. And I think we are here to stay as a destination for foreign portfolio investment, and we will weather the storm of the intermittent setbacks.
Oh, thanks very much indeed for that, Mr. Ranel Wijesinha, the Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka.